What the hell? The very presence of this metal inside the Range Rover caused it to rust. Welcome back. Okay, it's already getting hot. It's 87 and it's only like 10. So it's gonna be warm today, no biggie. I stopped by the auto store and got some seam sealer. All I had was beige. What? Beige? Who uses beige seam sealer? It's 3M, so it's probably okay though. All right, the big challenge for today is gonna keep the camera cool and to have good welds. That's the challenge for today. If you've been following the series, we are working on the floor panel of the Range Rover. And dun 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 dun, we're gonna be, look at that rust. What the hell? The very presence of this metal inside the Range Rover caused it to rust. There's no, it's not even humid. It's like below 50% humidity right now. That's awesome. Okay, the first weld's gonna be here because this seam is no worky right now. So that's gonna be, oh man, that's gonna be the first weld, and then we'll do some plugs and get this beast up here. We also have to chop off, which is gonna be basically all that rust. We have to chop off that piece so we can be within tolerances down here. I don't know, that works pretty good. Maybe we don't chop it. I'm not gonna chop it. Why do something extra? All right, the next thing we need to do is get all of this covered with paint and let it dry. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do first. So I'm gonna do some painting, and then I will probably go work on the Scion to try to get the trunk open so I can pull the bumper off. So let's see if I can pull the back of that truck out, pull the back of that wrecked vehicle. The mind's the first thing to go, I tell you that. I need to pull the fenders off the rear wheels so that thing's drivable. That's the plan. I was gonna take a look at that today. So while this is drying, I'll probably be out there sweating my nuts off. All right, so let's get that done. I'll be back in a little bit when we get closer to doing this. Dun, 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 dun. Whoops. Okay. Yesterday sucked. I started out, as you saw in the previous segment, painting and getting things ready. While I was waiting for the paint to dry, I took on a separate project because I thought I can get this frickin' thing out of my driveway this week if I can just get some things done on it. So, Lucy, go in the house. Go, 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 go. So, I decided to work on Drew's old dead car. So, which used to sit right there. And there was a lot to it. So it was a rear impact, as you're probably guessing at this stage with that kind of smack. Mid-90s Chevy pickup truck hit it. Pickup truck was totaled. Completely toast. Now, this is more damage than can be repaired. So this vehicle is totaled, but it still runs and drives. If it weren't for a couple of little air gaps here, and if I could have figured out how to get this back end pulled off, I'd still be driving this car. So the thought is we'll get her sorted out and then give her to a nephew who doesn't have a car and is trying to advance his career, so needing a car to do so. Anyway, it'll be something he can run around town in Norman and not be too concerned about it. So what needed to be done is this fender was all the way up against this tire here, all the way up here, and so that needed to be pulled out. So I just hooked it up to the pickup truck, pulled as much as I could on these various pieces until they snapped or failed, and then I tried the bumper a little bit, but I couldn't move it. I don't have the right tools, and this vehicle would probably have had to be like rigged at the front so that it didn't move, so that the accordion effect would have worked, but it didn't work. So I pulled the bumper cover off. There's no bumper, this is the bumper. And then got the tire off, and I just hammered on it until I bent that fender back out of the way and got it sorted out so I could at least get the wheel off the tire. I did that, and is that a band under there? Oh, I hope that's not a band under there. That looks like a band under there. Let's look at the other tire. If it is, that means that tire's toast. Yeah, it's gonna need a tire. Well, suck. So today I got this side off and got that banged back out, so that side's off. Unfortunately, this no longer locks. The trunk lid no longer locks, but I've got a plan to mount it from the outside and bolt it through that hole to get it closed. I'll have to get this sorted out so it has the lights in the right place again, because that's all busted up. But anyway, while doing that, I got overheated because it was super hot here yesterday. So I went in the house and was trying to cool off. I was watching Germany and Denmark, which was a very good soccer game. And then got a phone call from the wife, who was bringing the Kansas grandchildren back with all of our other grandchildren in her car from Kansas. Hey, the car stopped working. I'm somewhere in Kansas, is what I got on the phone. It's like, oh, God. So, did not have the slightest idea what could have possibly gone wrong. Oh, give me a second. Because of these electric cars, or not electric cars, but these cars that are mostly electric, have all these electric things on them. I didn't know. So got online, I was Googling some stuff, couldn't sort it out. I think I was getting close, stumbled on this website where you ask a question and a mechanic answers, which seemed pretty cool. I was a little surprised actually, so I tried it. And a mechanic called my wife and told her that the battery died. So I told the kids they're gonna have to jump the battery to see if it's any good. They couldn't find the battery. And first look as they were showing me their camera on live. I couldn't find the battery. And I knew it was underneath here.
There you are.
There you are. There the dogs are. Anyway.
Is that a nightmare?
No, it's not going to be a nightmare, I don't think. So, there it is, down here. Where's the negative post? Way back under there. Way under there. How do you jump this effing thing? Well, apparently you need to use this bolt here, or online they have a bolt put into this place right here. It's an M6-1. So we pulled the top off, and my son was able to get to this piece to ground the battery. So we got it started. So
who are you talking to?
I'm talking to my 6 people who watch my videos each week. You ass. Alright, there's probably 12 of you, but that's not the point. Anyway, so I've got to buy a battery today, and they're freaking expensive. I think the last 2 batteries I bought, I was just stunned when they said, oh, that'll be $200. I'm like, golly, batteries used to be 60 bucks. Those days are over. I get it. I am all over it. So today is getting the wife's car back up and running instead of working on the Land Rover. So I'm gonna have to take all this apart to get to the battery. And we're gonna have a school today. The school's going to be grandchildren learn how to jump a car, because none of them had it figured out. Nobody could even identify a battery inside of a car. So we've got 4 examples here, and we're gonna have a little school today and teach the grandkids some basic automotive stuff. If they're gonna drive cars, they need to know this crap. So Pawpaws can't be relied on to do diagnosis on automobiles they don't know anything about 3.5 hours away from home. So you got to know a little bit. And I think I'm going to get a AAA membership, because if the wife's going to drive cars and break down, she needs to be able to be rescued by someone more quickly than me driving there in 3.5 hours. That's a true fact. All right, so more on this. I'm going to finish up my project here by drilling out these 2 spots, drilling a hole through it, and then mounting this with 2 bolts to the back of the car so it does not open anymore. Well, no, not without a socket set. And then put some good gas in it. It's been sitting for a year. I don't know where the oil went, or my son either ran it low on oil or it was very out of oil. I'm a little surprised by how out of oil it was. This has been a great little car. I mean, he had it since we gave it to him at 16, and so we've had it for 15 years, and it's never been very much trouble. I don't think we've ever had to do anything on it. He's wrecked it a couple of times. We did have to have some body work done, and he bent an A-frame once when he hit a curb. Because this thing's low rider special. So anyway, all right, that's what the rest of the video is going to be. Well, you're not going to get to see it because I'm going to be busy doing it, and then it's going to get really hot again today, and I am going to then have to take a break. I will get this video out, and it will be after the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, everyone. One of my favorite holidays. Independence is something I really, really take seriously, and this is a great holiday. So happy 4th of July, and thanks for tuning in. Sorry the content got ruined this week, but next weekend when the grandkids aren't here. Oh, and I got to fix a bicycle that came from Kansas. Why they couldn't fix it in Kansas, I'm just guessing, but I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. It's already, at least I got the door open soon enough. Oh boy. I'm dripping with sweat. Ugh.